we have a little segment we call Fresh from the Comic Shop. That's right. We share 5 books each and every week that we picked up fresh from the comic shop. We got in the mail, what have you, an A-OK. Myself, Chris, and a guest co-host, we go through these 5 books one at a time. Guest always goes first. So Dinesh always goes first, unless you need some time to collect yourself.
No. I just this morning opened up my my mail for the week, so I'm ready.
Now, if you follow Dinesh on Instagram, he has many packages he doesn't really open up very often. They collect, and then he's always like, "Wow, I got this thing. I totally forgot."
Like Christmas.
So, he's one of those.
Don't you love forgetting what you got in the mail and opening up and being surprised? I love it.
The best.
So, and again, this can cover artwork too, because that is just a collectible that is associated with comic books as well. Cool. So, anyways, we're gonna go with you first. We're gonna bring you up full screen here and give us a share.
Sure. I'm gonna pull my first thing up. All right, so I'm very excited about this. I forgot I bought this. It is an Amazing Spider-Man 365. It's signed, which is cool, but that's not the reason I bought it. And it's not a great grade, 4.0 or whatever. But if you notice, there's no hologram. And I guess because I work in printing, I just love this like weird error stuff. So this somehow got past all of quality control. They didn't affix the hologram to it. And so, I don't know, I figure I'm going to break it out of the case, find an artist I'm excited about, and get them to do a little commission on there. Wow. Could be a cool thing.
On top of the that's brilliant, by the way. On top of the fact it's signed.
Signed by Stan Lee. It came. No one wanted it. I feel terrible for the seller. I was even messaging him after I bought it, and I was like, I'm sorry this one was so cheap, because the Stan Lee signature is a couple $100. I didn't pay a couple $100 for this thing. And I think people just didn't know what to do with it. They were like, why did you get this 4.0 error book graded? And I was like, give me this thing.
You said I'm an artist, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, man, I would draw my own piece in there.
Yeah,
it's cool. Awesome.
And I'm a 90s kid.
As do we. That's hilarious. Yeah? The fact that it's signed by Stan Lee too is just.
I know it's like I'm a terrible comic fan, because it's the thing that I don't care about. It could not be signed by Stan Lee. I wouldn't miss him.
Amazing. All right, Chris, you are up next. What do you got fresh from the comic shop?
All right. Well, it is it's February, and I thought it would be good to show this book off first. February is Black History Month, but I always say Black history is American history, and that is every single day that we live. But to represent, I want to show off my Batman number 230, some real awesome Neil Adams. And we got some Power to the People going on. Really beautiful, high-grade copy. I'm going to give it a press. But even before that, this thing is, look at that black. Just,
dude, there's nothing. It doesn't look like there's any spine ticks or anything.
There's a little compression on the other side. A little ding there. Is that color breaking, or would that press out?
Yeah, so the only thing I really see is how this is lift up. Yeah. And there is one little ding that probably would be considered a 0.5 millimeter rip. But other than that, I mean, the corners are sharp. The black is beautiful. Play on words there. Play on words. Yeah. I can't wait to put this in a press. And this might be one that I send off to get graded this year.
Nice.
That's beautiful. Absolutely. And by the way, just a reminder, you guys put in the comments what you guys picked up this week too. We have 4 entries from you guys from Instagram. I would expect a little bit more from you, but I'm happy to get those 4 entries. We're going to share those in a sec. All right, guys. So I like to go dollar bin digging, and most of the time I do find gold. I didn't find that much this week, so I have a lot of newer issues, but I'm just in love with this first one, this first cover I'm loving this series, even though I'm not completely caught up. But this is Darth Vader number 10. I believe this is the first appearance of Exegol. I mean, look at this cover.
That's an amazing cover.
I absolutely love it. My daughter's a diehard Darth Vader fan at the age of 5, and she was just so many questions about why he has different body parts and why is he in Red Rain and all this other. So I'm happy that it caught her eye, and it caught my eye big time when I saw us in solicitations. Very happy to have this book, and I can't wait to read it. I think I'm 3-4 issues behind, but I'm loving this series, guys. I'm absolutely loving this series. All right. Awesome, so before we get to you, Dinesh, we're going to go to B. Schnur, because he picked up this week Venom, number 3, and he's thinking about getting that graded. This book, honestly, is not going to go anywhere. I mean, especially if he makes it into a Marvel movie. Let's be honest here. There's a good chance that this could happen. He's hot. You got the King in Black going on right now. This book will always be one of those sought-after collectibles. He's the big bad now in Marvel Comics. Will it stay that way? I'm sure there'll be peaks and valleys. Chris, Dinesh, your thoughts on that book? I'm loving that book. I have one myself.
Book is great, but I am so jealous of that Mark Bagley, Lethal Protector, short books he's got over there. That thing, I need one of those. I got to go and help me try and get one tonight.
Schnurry, let us know where you got that from. I got to be honest, guys. I'm not into the kind of decorative comic book box holder. I beat them up too much. Not to say they
Have
protect
you seen
my
them
books.
in person? They're much sturdier.
Okay, I should check
Because
it
of
out.
what they have to
They
do to
are.
print
They
them,
are. Yep.
They last a lot longer.
I should check it out. Wait, he said something here. That is what inspired for. I showed up with my daughter today and she lit up. Maybe he's talking about the Darth Vader.
Yeah.
P. Keel picked up Star Wars Legends number 2, CGC 9.6, first Darth Talon. That's a good pickup right there, guys. Keep letting us know. And by the way, Azores Tiger, it's nice to see you here. We always enjoy your company as well as your partner Sith Lordly. All right, Dinesh, your second pickup this week. What do you got?
Second pickup. I love all these weird things that the newsstands and the Mark Jewelers and things. So I love the DC Universe books, and it's so rare to find them still sealed in their original. I didn't know this was in this, and of course, again, 90s kid, Death Suit Man, Doomsday, and so I just was very excited to get this pack thing here.
What's on the? Obviously the coup de grace is the Doomsday. What's on the back? Is that it?
It's the third print of Justice League 69.
Is that with Giffen? Is that run?
No, this is also Doomsday. This is the same Death Suit.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
One, and this is part
that's a nice
part 2, actually. I think.
I'm sorry, say it again.
I think this is part 2. I think it's part 1 and part 2. So this is the third printing of the second part of Doomsday. And
where'd you find that?
eBay. $40 on eBay.
Wow, that's a nice pickup. That's definitely like obviously one of those collectibles. People are on the hunt for those things, especially reminiscent of being in the 90s and all that good stuff. All of us, the three of us did grow up in the 90s. All right, Christopher, what do you got for your second pickup?
All right. Well, I'll stick with your Darth Vader theme, Jeff. This is so 4 years ago now. What year is it? 4 years ago now, Marvel did the 40th anniversary variant cover series for all the Star Wars. They're doing the 40th Empire right now, which I think is getting close to wrap up. And I collected all of the variants, but I didn't get my hands on the first 3. So I found a seller on Instagram that really hooked up a good deal. I got a couple other books with it, but this is Dr. Aphra number 3. This is the 40th anniversary variant. Nice. It is the first out of 48 of the variants, and it tells the story of A New Hope through the still frame images that is the cover. So yeah, I'm so happy to get the first one in the series. I still got to get 2 and 3. Maybe that'll happen someday.
Those covers are great. I'm loving those covers. They're not highly sought after, which I don't understand why, but there's some really sweet ones, especially the Empire Strikes Back one. So that's a nice pickup there, Chris. All right, guys, this one came out this week. This is a book that people are really high on when it first came out a few weeks ago. This is the second print, but this second print is ridiculously, just so minimal, but that's why it sticks out, and it's number 1, second print.
Whoa.
I haven't read it yet, but I mean,
awesome. I hadn't seen that.
Come on, yeah. My LCS, the owner was like, "Do you want this?" I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get it because I was gonna pick up the first issue that just kind of went crazy and just sold out immediately, and I passed. And I was like, you know what? This thing is so unique. I'm not gonna pass on it. So I got number 1, the second print there. So, yeah. So all right, before you go, Dinesh, I have a buddy named Nish. I call him Nish, so I apologize. It's coming out as Nish.
Okay.
Before we get any further here, we have Swaggle House Comics with Avengers number 65. I have this issue too. The Swordsman is, in full flesh right there. I also have his first appearance back here somewhere, but loving that stuff, man. Swaggle House. He picked this up this week at one of Chris's favorite shops right outside of LA. What is that shop, Chris?
Heroes. Yeah, if you guys are in the LA, Riverside, I mean, any of the surrounding area, and you take a little trip, man, Spiro's Heroes. I got a chance to go down there about 3.5 years ago now. And Elliot, the owner, he's just a really amazing guy. And it's just a really awesome store. In their old location, they had 4 rooms of short and long boxes from the floor to the wall, 50 cents. And not only are they marked 50 cents, but I went in there with the long box and Elliot was like, hey, go fill up your long box and I'll give you whatever you can shove into it for $100. I shoved that thing so tight, threw some like on top of the books that I already shoved in, put the lid on it, and he was like $100. So yeah, they got awesome deals and just a great staff, and they're really great too. If you see like key books or even books that have a standard sticker price on it, they're definitely willing to work with you. So I absolutely recommend anybody down in that LA area, man, check out Spiro's Heroes.
I saw that on Instagram. Because he tagged it on Instagram, and I just checked it out, and it's no joke. Those are 4 rooms full of back issues. That's an excellent looking store. Pete Keel, you know what? I'm glad you brought this up. It's not a pickup, but he dug out his Marvel 1990 cards, and he's going to send 40 to PSA. They're like out of nowhere, guys. I don't know if you've noticed this. They're exploding, and I have no idea what I did with mine. Like, it's crazy though. Like, these things, I loved. I don't know if you guys collected these back in the day, but I absolutely did. I love
mine are in my binder, my Bart Simpson binder on my bed right now. And they were there. They've been in my room on my dresser for like months, just hanging out. And then I was actually looking at them like last week, and I just left them on my bed. And then I start hearing all this, stuff blowing up, and I'm like, I'm like. I made a joke when I started my live stream on my show tonight. I said, okay, guys, we got our live show tonight. I'm really tired today, so I'm not going to put my, Marvel cards on eBay just yet. But, I'm going to do it this weekend. I might do a few more videos, but after that, I'm going to retire and I'm done.
Yeah, they're probably next to your garbage pail kids as well. So, God, we all missed the night.
It's crazy. It's crazy seeing these prices.
I know. I mean, let's. A lot of people are attributing this to the pandemic and people not going out to the movies or not to dinner, those kinds of things. And anyways, it fascinates me. But moving on though, what else fascinates me is what your third pick is. Is it third pick, Dinesh? What do you got?
All right, another graded book here.
Oh, geez.
We've got a Crime Sense Stories, classic headless cover. This is the book that almost took the entire industry down. I love it. I think it's one of the greatest covers in comics. So low grade, but I kind of love that. I kind of love all the pieces ripped off, the fraying, there's tape on the side. I don't know if you can see the tape. Just an amazing cover. And this is the book that, for anyone that knows comics history, this is the book that was held up in the Senate hearings. And William Gaines had to answer, is this in bad taste? And he said, no. They said, what would be in bad taste? And he said, if we had the head held higher and there was blood dripping. And of course the Senate said, great, we're going to censor all of comics.
Yeah.
And that was the end of EC and the beginning of, the Archie reign.
And the Comics Code, right? Is that
the Comics Code? Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah. I love books like that have a backstory, that have some sort of impact, societal impact especially. That's one of those books. That's fascinating. Chris and I did a piece months ago on something like that, and I know we pulled a picture of that Senate hearing. It was absolutely actually, it was Tom Tormey. Oh, cool. We do a Cosmic Minute, which is basically a comic book history moment, which you're going to see in a hot second here once we get through this. But yeah, fascinating stuff, and the Comics Code doesn't stop there because it's actually. This was the first book that did not have. Yeah, right, exactly. The Comics Code right there. Stanley's like, we're going to publish this. It's a drug story. Comics Code didn't allow drugs. So those stories behind it, those issues, it fascinates me. Again, I'm using the word fascinates a lot, but again, I'm serious, Chris. Your next pick fascinates me as well. What do you got?
Well, yeah. I mean, what fascinates me is that I bought this book off of eBay, and I said this when I looked at it. I'm like, usually when you're buying books, just looking at pictures, you're taking that risk because you're not seeing the book in person, and there's usually stuff that you miss, and hey, you got to live with it. I love when I get a book that when I get it in my hands, I'm like, this looks better than the pictures. And that's what happened with this book right here. This is Justice League number 64, the first Silver Age appearance of the Red Tornado. Nice. And I think he had this book marked as a VG fine. But man, this book is like again, it could use a press. It's got a little bit of rippling down here, but no color breaks. I mean, a couple little spine ticks, but it is just beautiful, man. And I am very, very happy with this book. I just talked about this book in one of my the top 100 comics to invest in for under $100, and I decided to say, hey, well, you know what? I'm going to go try to get one for myself.
Awesome. Putting your money where your mouth is. It's got a great wrap.
Yep.
That's a good call too, because you have Red Tornado's daughter appearing in the Black Adam movie as well.
Oh, right.
You expand on that. Who knows? We'll see. But speaking of DC, I picked up another second print today, guys, and I'm not a big second print one, but I missed this previous issue. I actually really like this cover. This is Future State Teen Titans. I'm very hit or miss with Future State.
Nice.
But look at Dick Grayson as Deathstroke there, and then you got the first appearance of the Red X. A lot of people are speculating that it's Clown Hunter, which I don't think that's really the case. But this is a really my comic shop owner was just like, "You want this one too?" I was like, "Yeah, why not?" I missed out on that first one, so that's my third pick right there. Haven't read it yet, but I'm excited to read that. I've heard a lot of good things about that specific issue. Guys, let us know in the comments what you all got, because we're going to go hit up another viewer. Oh, Dan De La Torre has two pickups here, and they are gems, guys. I mean, look at this. We got Journey into Mystery.
First Loki.
5. First appearance of Loki. Dan actually, man, he's a friend of the show. He's going to do something special for us, like for our 1,000th sub, and I'm over them. Like, I'm out of words. I don't know how to. Obviously, I'm stuttering right here, but he's such a good dude, and we really appreciate you here every week, Dan. But he did want to say something like, getting books like this is definitely achievable. Let's see, what did he say? He wants to. God, we've been going back and forth. Sorry, guys. Major keys like these are. Oh, hold on. He just wants to tell the group that you can score major keys even on a budget. And I'm not sure what he paid for this, but he definitely wanted to express that and come across. And this is a major, major key. I mean, and this book is only going to get hotter with Loki show coming our way, coming soon. So super excited about that. Great pickup, Dan. Dinesh, this is your fourth one, man. Your fourth one. What do you got?
All right, I got got 2 left, so I'm gonna go doozy, and then I'm gonna be an ass at the last one. So I just got this in. It's coverless though.
Oh,
do you know what this is?
Is it? It can't be Spider-Man 1, is it?
It's not Spider-Man 1.
Is it? It's not Amazing Fantasy 15.
It is Amazing Fantasy 15.
Holy cow!
Oh, wow.
It's a coverless Amazing Fantasy 15.
Oh my gosh!
Nice.
Which the guy selling it was having a little trouble. He put it up on sale on the CGC boards, and I just, you get to help somebody, and you get to have an Amazing Fantasy 15. Coverless, people don't really care, so it's a little cheaper than I think it should be. And I realized this is my favorite book all time. As a kid, I got a trade. I read the story. I was blown away. Never thought I'd own one. I own a couple now.
That's huge.
But I've never read an actual copy. Well, I'm going to read it. Just they don't reprint. Like, what was fascinating, I opened it up, and they've got a mummy story in here, man in the mummy case. It's just awesome, man. And I'm going to be weird.
Yes.
It smells so good.
I was going to ask that, but at the fear of people thinking I'm a freak, I love the old smells of comic books, man. And that, you as a publisher, I miss that paper.
You know what it smells like? Here's the thing it smells like. It smells like 1990s trading cards fresh from the pack. There's something about the way they're treated when they're printed that just, my wife she's like, what are you doing? I'm constantly like, she thinks I'm crazy.
We don't think you're crazy because I do the same
Absolutely
thing.
not.
Like my daughter's like, why do you smell your comic? I'm like,
I'll tell you the other reason to get these, the coverless ones, because you can read them without feeling like you're destroying value. And a lot of times they've changed typos that people don't even realize. So I had a coverless ASM3 and Peter Parker's name, I can't remember what it was. Peter Parker's name is wrong the entire story. He's not Peter Parker.
Oh, wow.
He's like, I forget what his name was. He was like Paul Perkins or something. And I'm like, what is this? And they fixed it in every trade after that.
Oh my God.
And it's just, there were no typos in this one that I caught.
Serge wants to smell your comic.
You're welcome. Come over. It smells so good.
I don't blame him either. That's freaking fantastic.
It smells I think you're right.
Can you do us a favor though? Actually, this is a good call. Dan Del Torre wants to show the last panel because you can see.
Yes. It does have peoples. You talking about that one?
Yeah.
Right
yeah. That's Steve Ditko, right?
Steve Ditko, the genius of Steve Ditko.
Yeah, man.
And then this is amazing, right? This panel here. And a lean, silent figure slowly fades into the gathering darkness, aware at last that in this world with great power, there must also come great responsibility. I mean, that line alone built the whole.
All right, Chris and I talk about this. Spider-Man is our favorite character of all time. Props to you for picking that up. We love that. That's one. Actually, that's probably the best get on Fresh from the Comic Shop. No doubt about that. So Chris, try and top that one, buddy. Go ahead.
Yeah, not gonna happen. Might as well just call it a night. Well, at least my next picks, it's a duo. At least I have a fun story about it. I'll keep it short, but I ordered these two books off of the Mercari selling app. Okay. And, it's COVID right now. And I know, I don't mean to be a stickler and be a freak about safety, but I do have a high risk son. I'm very serious about making sure I'm mindful of my own safety and as well as others whenever I go out. But I put this offer in for these books on the Mercari app, and it's a nice woman that's selling the books, and she accepts my offer, and I'm like, awesome, thanks. She's like, yeah, I'm getting them out right now, but I'm just so sick with the stomach flu. And I'm like, oh shoot, are you sure it ain't COVID? I didn't say that, but I was thinking that. And then she says, yeah, I'm shipping them because it took her like 3 days to get them out, and she's messaging me selling it. She said, I'm going to ship them priority. And I'm like, oh, great. So, like, you're sick. You're touching the book. You're going to ship it to me. I'm going to get them in like 1 to 2 days. So I'm like, dude, like, I am weird about this. I don't want to bring the stomach flu, let alone something else into my house. So I got these books delivered, and they sat on my porch for a week.
Smart. That's smart. That's good.
So,
I hear that.
Yeah, and then you should have seen me opening them. I'm like, yeah, I was just freaking out the whole time. But
that's a great book.
Okay, so it's two books. This is Thor 411 and Thor 412. First cameo and first full appearance of the New Warriors. I think the New Warriors are underrated, man. I love Night Thrasher, loved him growing up. So yeah, I'm glad I finally I can't believe I swear I had these as a kid. These might be ones that I didn't lose too many, but I did lose a few, but I'm so glad to have these back.
They're newsstands as well, Chris. You've managed newsstands. That's awesome.
Dude, I picked that up off the rack. I remember that, and like that, I went and got, when the New Warriors launched their own series, I got that, and that's where I fell in love with like Mark Bagley's art. Just absolutely just stunning. So that's a great pickup. I love that. That's a good Fresh from the Comic Shop, no doubt. All right, guys, here's my fourth pick right here. All right, now I'm into the dollar bin digging. This one was an interesting one. we're all watching WandaVision, Monica Rambeau. She's hot right now. This is Marvel Fanfare number 24.
Nice.
It is the first time Monica Rambeau meets with Carol Danvers in canon. So I was like, I gotta pick this one up for $1.
Awesome.
I think it's going for much more than that. This, I don't know. I haven't read it, so I don't know what's going. This isn't like ElfQuest, or maybe it is. I don't know what's going on in the cover here. I love the art though on the cover. P. Craig Russell from '85. I'm not sure, but anyway. So I was happy to find that in a $1 bin. All right, so we are on to our last books of the week. But before we do, we have one more from Dan De La Torre. Come on, guys. I mean,
Yes.
Tales of Suspense 39. Just an amazing pickup. I think that comes in second place to Dinish's Amazing Fantasy 15. But he's over the moon.
Look at that cover. Look at the wear.
He's over the moon. He's very happy he picked that one up. So kudos to you, Mr. Dan De La Torre, and thank you as always for telling us what your Fresh from the Comic Shop picks are. All right. So Dinesh, this is your last one.
My last one. Yep.
What do you got for your fifth pickup?
I saved this one. So I got this in the mail. I did not know it was coming. I did not buy this. It was gifted to me by Matt Kint, who built it for me. He built this book for me. So I'll show you the interior. It's Captain Victory number 7. He took a Captain Victory number 7. He ripped it out of the cover. He took because Matt's super creative. He took a blank cover, cardstock cover, stapled it together, painted, colored a custom cover of Captain Fab. Captain Fab is, for anyone that's read the Hero Trade, Captain Fab is the character that's in the trunk, and pieces of him are being chopped off and sold off. And I don't know why. I cannot tell you why he did this. He also did this on the back. A little bad idea.
That's cool.
Logo, coffee stains and things. I mean, he's just an awesome. Everyone I'm working with, I'm blessed. They're all super cool people.
That's
really one of my favorite things ever.
Yeah, that's really great.
Victory. And the interiors, it just feels like a piece.
That is cool. I love it.
When you're working with people, when you first of all believe in what you do and love what you're doing, but you're also working with people you genuinely love and you would be friends outside of any kind of a professional environment, stuff like that. That's just awesome.
Yeah.
So
now I got to throw him one. It's not going to be anywhere near as good.
But you know what, you have to do it. But
maybe I should draw on that Spidey 365 and send it back to him.
Right. Yeah.
You can't. Honestly,
the eyes.
I'm excited to see what you do with that for yourself.
I'm open to suggestions. What do you guys think? What should I do?
Let's take it to the comments. What do you guys think that Dinesh should put in that with 365, Amazing Spider-Man 365, that does not have the hologram logo or the hologram in there? Let us know. But it's funny that Matt Kint made you that book because Chris has one that somebody else made him right now. Isn't that right, Chris?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah. You mean the ones that I made myself?
And it did not work at all. My bad.
Segue.
Yeah, terrible.
Oh, I think I just.
By the way,
I think I snuck a little sneak peek at my last book, but. All right, here. So I think my theme for this week has really been getting books that were extremely conservatively graded, and I'm just like blown away. This was another one, eBay buy. I think he had this as like a fine plus or something. Maybe it was fine, very fine. I don't know, but like this is a near mint book. It has like 2 spine ticks that don't even break color. And the corners are like perfect, man. And my son, my little guy, is going to be jealous because this is like one of his favorite superhero characters of all time. And it's Tales of the Teen Titans, awesome. 44, nice. First Nightwing. And again, and on a cover that has so much black, this book is darn near perfect almost. And I will give it a press as well.
You did it again. That's beautiful.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's a hard book to get in that condition.
Yeah, I really am blown away. I mean, in the back is like perfectly white. I don't know how much you guys could see on the camera, but I mean, it is like super, super white, as if it just came off the presses yesterday. I mean, I'm blown away by what and it was a bid. It was a bid that I thought was way under even the condition that it was stated in by the eBay seller. I was like, wow. And then I see it in person. I'm like, no way.
That's a good,
so I'm
excited
excited about that one.
Dude, that's 2 quality pickups of really hard books that are hard to keep in, high quality condition. I'm psyched to see if you get that graded, what that's going to be. All right, here's the deal, guys. Oh, by the way, there are a few suggestions. Actually, Azores Tiger said this first. An artwork piece of a Spider-Man 2099 that would make sense. Just don't give that Amazing Spider-Man to Chip Zdarsky, who would draw penises on it, guaranteed.
That is tempting, though.
Oh my gosh.
It would probably be the only one in circulation that had penises written on it. I mean, and Stan Lee's signature. That's terrible. We can't put the two.
That's an amazing combo. Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. Stanley signature suddenly is so much more interesting to me now.
Yeah. All right. Now, speaking of interesting, Chris has a problem, right? Chris, each and every week, and most of our viewers know that Chris has a major problem. And his major problem is this book right here. It's Warlock and the Infinity Watch number 1. I picked this up in the Dollar Bin book. See, Chris, what you don't know, this is an intervention to your problem here. Because Dinesh, the dude, he's got 30 issues at least he's picked up in the past year. Like
you can't stop? Why?
He can't stop.
Why this book?
I love it. It's my book.
This is the one. This is the one.
I have to have them.
It's colorful. It's a beautiful cover.
Yeah.
Big number 1 on it. It hits all the buttons.
Chris, I have to say, I picked this up for you.
Oh, look at that.
So I'm enabling.
Yeah.
I'm enabling. But I'm going to here's another one to your collection. So that's my 5th book. And that is our Fresh from the Comic Shop